Jamie's WWE Talk Show. Now please welcome your host, the man himself, Jamie Lennox.
Hey guys, how you doing? And I think you all know what it's time for now, guys. You got it right. It is now time, folks, for our first episode of Jamie's WWE Talk Show. And here we are, folks. Episode number 1, and I cannot wait to get this one underway, of course. In fact, folks, what am I saying? This one is underway. And I hope you enjoyed that little intro right there, because of I thought about making something like that, and I think it'd be pretty cool. So every time a new episode gets released and a new episode gets made, that will be the special intro for every episode of of my talk show, of course. So I suppose the best and the first thing would be possibly to do would be to get this one underway. So how I'm going to do it, folks, because I can't remember it in my head, obviously, I'm going to be bringing it up on my phone right here. I'm going to be bringing it up. So I think the first thing I think is to do, I think it's best to kick off with the this past Raw results. Let's see if I can find it, of course, folks. Of course, I gotta obviously go to WWE.com and go to shows, which I shall do now, folks. Bear with me a minute. Yep. So I hope you guys have all been doing well out there. Please do keep on subscribing, comment, and liking my videos, folks. I cannot believe, it is finally here. We are finally underway with our first episode of Jamie's WWE Talk Show, and I'm just really excited, folks. I'm so happy to do it. So within the next, like I said, half an hour, this will be going for about half an hour to 45 minutes to an hour exact. Hopefully no later than that. It depends how long it takes us to get through, the results. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be covering Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, 205, if we can get the results for that, and of course NXT. And of course after NXT, that's where we shall end the video, or to officially cover our first episode of Jamie's WWE Talk Show. Yeah, because of course there's no pay-per-view coming this Sunday, I do believe. I don't think there is any pay-per-view coming, as far as I know, folks. But yeah, because we will be covering pay-per-views, don't worry about that. We will be covering pay-per-views. Right, because it's this is going to be a bit difficult, this one is, because unfortunately it says full preview, which means you can't check out the results, via the WWE.com website. So the best way I go on doing about that is I go on to Google, when this thing hurries up, I go on to Google. Actually, first of all, I'm going to need to find out what this past date for Monday Night Raw was, so I'm going to go to my calendar, wherever that is. Here we are. Go to my calendar and find out, and check out which was the past. So we're on the 12th today. So Monday it was the 8th. So yes, it was the 8th. So I got to type into Google WWE Raw, the 8th of I do believe it's May. Sorry, folks. I should have set this up way before. I understand it. I should have set it up, but I was busy sort of doing my my intro for you guys. So let's just type that in WWE. Where are we? Raw, and then put 8th of May, and then results, and hopefully we shall bring. Hopefully it should bring it up. Here we are. Yep, Monday Night Raw, the 8th. So hopefully this should be. I'll put it up. I'll only talk a couple of minutes on each match, only for the fact that it's gonna kill time otherwise. And like I said, I'll really need to be careful on you know, the time length. If we go over just over an hour, then it's not too bad. It's just the reason why I try and stick to an hour or so is for the fact that that it doesn't bore you guys exactly, and that it doesn't waste a lot of my memory. Otherwise, it could be big trouble for me. Just to say, guys. But anyway, I shall read what it says here. It says Raw results. It says WWE Raw results, May 8th, 2017. It says Dean Ambrose, sorry guys, I honestly don't know what that says. Sugums or something, I don't know, guys. To the Eater of Worlds, in brackets, and The Miz. Sorry about that, guys. I don't feel embarrassed after doing that. I just some words, a lot of words I can pronounce, but certain ones I like something like that I haven't seen before. I do struggle with. And it says here, obviously Monday, May the 8th. It was actually at the London O2 Arena, guys, folks. Obviously London, England. And the first part of the night was Kurt Angle named Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose the acting general manager of Raw. So for that means I do believe that that Kurt Angle, he wasn't there that night, but that's when he named Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion, as acting general manager of Raw that night to look after the night, and obviously to put on some matches that in his case felt suitable. So he gave that great big power to Dean Ambrose, and I do believe that The Miz was I think he named himself co-host or co-acting general manager by Stephanie McMahon, that I remember while watching the video about. So yeah, that's what kicked off the show, folks. That one. Moving on to the next one, just because that wasn't really much of a thing as such for guys. Then the next part of the night, it was, in fact, Finn Balor versus The Miz. And as we can see from here, folks, that I read off from here, basically Finn Balor defeated The Miz as, it was one heck of an incredible match, guys, don't get me wrong. But I knew Finn Balor was going to win. I mean, Finn Balor, he's always on the top of his game. He's never really off his game. He's always on the top of his game. And I mean, The Miz is one heck of an incredible athlete as well. Don't get me wrong about that. But when I first saw the match and I saw that Finn Balor defeated him, and I watched the match, I knew that Finn Balor was going to win because of don't forget I don't know if he's a two-time. I think he might be a two-time, but I know he's definitely the longest ever reigning NXT champion in history. And that is one heck of an incredible accolade to have. So yeah, there you have it. Finn Balor defeats The Miz in an incredible match. Then we had the next match of the night. It was Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss defeated Mickie James. Oh yeah, sorry guys, I just realised I made a bit of a mistake there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, basically Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James, and as you just know, I just told you, Alexa Bliss did defeat Mickie James, as in no surprise, due to the fact that they were sort of former best friends. Obviously, Raw Women's Champion. Usually, champions do often take the victory, even when it's not a non-title match. But if Mickie James did pull off a victory over Alexa Bliss, and that would be an incredible win for her and for her career, because of well, it's really important if you get a win over the champion. That means, guys, that I think it makes you go a bit higher up in the rankings in the WWE. So it's really important to try and get wins over the champions. You know, if it's possible for you to do that, that is. So yeah, there you have it. Alexa Bliss defeats Mickie James. Incredible match that certainly was, guys. Then the next part of the night, it was none other than the big dog Roman Reigns literally attacked the monster among men, Braun Strowman. I was surprised when I first saw this, guys. I mean, it was like, I'm pretty sure that was the night. I think it was might have been last week. Was it WWE Payback? And obviously the brutal match that it was between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and knowing what Strowman did to Reigns, and of course I think the following night after that, I think Braun Strowman tried going after Roman Reigns again, but of course Roman Reigns he did a sneak attack, as Roman Reigns does best in WWE. He got I think he got Braun Strowman, or actually no, Braun Strowman was on the he was behind the door, the back door of the car, the boot bit, and you got Braun Strowman in the right position, so Reigns literally slammed the back of the door against Strowman, if I do believe right. It was either he hit him from the back, or Strowman was serious, or in the inside of the door, so he slammed it inwards. But either way, it was a pretty vicious thing that Reigns did. But the fact is, he deserved that. He deserved that that revenge on Strowman. He deserved that retribution. Of course, it still ain't over, guys. I still don't think it's over. Obviously, clearly here, it's not over between Strowman and Reigns. And I think truly Reigns does deserve obviously a rematch against Braun Strowman, and I think he definitely deserves. Payback against Strowman, because Strowman just keeps on giving it to Reigns, and Reigns just keeps on fighting back, as well as Reigns does. Folks, don't get me wrong there. Reigns fights better. I'm not gonna say it exactly, but obviously Reigns is always on the top of his game, and when I saw him come down in that match against, when Strowman was in a match against, I think it was Kalisto, and I was surprised that Reigns was actually coming out. After Roman Reigns got better that previous night, I think at Payback, because it shows you the heart of Roman Reigns, that he will just not lay down. He will not quit. He will keep on fighting for what he believes in, and I give that to Roman Reigns. I've always, I've actually got his gloves. I keep forgetting, guys. I'm sorry, I'm coming off a bit off the subject a little bit, not exactly, but I keep meaning to do some reviews of my Roman Reigns gloves. I got all 3 Roman Reigns' replica glove sets. I've had them for months now, and I just haven't got around to actually doing a review on them. But I may do that I may do that, guys. I'll have to think about that. I will possibly do that soon, but I don't know when yet. But it will probably definitely be soon, guys. And also I got AJ Styles' replica gloves as well. I got his blue ones and his grey ones, because his grey ones are recently brought out on WWE Euroshop.com. So yeah, I'll possibly do some reviews on them, guys, for you. So yeah, anyway, back to Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. So yeah, basically, that's all I can really say about for this week on on Raw against Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. Let's just see, will Roman Reigns make an appearance next week, and will Braun Strowman make an appearance next week? Because I think Braun Strowman's arm is actually, it was in a sling, but after Roman Reigns tooled with it, I'm pretty sure Strowman may be out of action for possibly a little while. I don't know, guys. We'll obviously find that out come next Monday. Anyway, slightly moving on now, guys. I hate going through these guys really quick, but we have to just because of time and that. And the next part of the night, it was Cesaro and Sheamus versus what am I saying, guys? Sorry, it was a tag team turmoil match to name the next number one contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championship. And I can't really, because I'm not on the right bit, guys. I mean, there was tag teams in there like the Golden Truth, Enzo and Big Cass, Heath Slater and Rhino, the Club, obviously Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and obviously the I wasn't about to say Matt and Jeff Hardy, but of course they wasn't in that match because they don't need to become number one contender, guys. They're already the Raw Tag Team Champions. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, basically, and obviously Cesaro and Sheamus. And if you've guessed it right already, Cesaro and Sheamus did win the Tag Team Turmoil match to become number one contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championship. Yeah, so there's not really much I can tell you about that match, as there's not really much of a rivalry to it, apart from obviously all the tag teams in the tag team division barely won to become Raw Tag Team Champions. Of course, at Backlash, and I think maybe a couple of weeks, or at least 1 week now, it's going to be Breezango versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. But and obviously it shows you there, don't it? Right there, folks. I just didn't realise that. So it looks like, Cesaro and Sheamus will be facing, once again, the Hardy Boys for the Raw Tag Team Championship at Backlash. Cannot wait to find out the results of that night. I tell you, of that match, in fact. But yeah, that's that match that I can tell you about. So anyway, we'll move on now from that one, guys. So slowly moving on again. Then there was a match between Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe, and Seth Rollins managed to defeat Samoa Joe via disqualification. I can't really remember. Oh yeah, it was because I think Samoa Joe, unless it was Seth Rollins, if I'm right, took off one of the turnbuckle pads, and if I'm right, I can't really remember, folks. I think it was Seth Rollins who took it off because Samoa Joe was holding him near the ropes, and I think Samoa Joe tried. I think Seth Rollins tried dragging Samoa Joe into the corner to to obviously really hurt him badly with the composed turnbuckle to help him win the match. But no, Samoa Joe managed to counter, and he managed to push him straight in to the turnbuckle, and it really did Seth Rollins in. I think that's because how the match ended. It was the referee told Samoa Joe do not do it again, Joe. Do not do it again. You know, and obviously Samoa Joe, he just did not listen, and he pushed Seth Rollins into the corner again, and then it became disqualification. So yeah, basically Seth Rollins won it by disqualification because of Samoa Joe's bad actions in that match. But yeah, that was that match, folks. Moving on again. There was a match between TJP, which obviously, as you know, guys, has changed his name because he was TJ Perkins, but he just shortened it now, but called himself TJP, and he was in a match against Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and as you know, TJP managed to win, and defeated Gentleman Jack Gallagher in a very sort of interesting match, guys. It was a very interesting match. But I think TJP, I think he attacked Gentleman Jack Gallagher after the match, and then I think if I'm correctly right, I think Austin Aries actually came out to the ring to try and help Gentleman Jack Gallagher from the vicious assault that TJP put on him, and of course Neville. I think Neville came out. You know, obviously the WWE Cruiserweight Champion. I think he came out and tried, you know, alongside, you know, his sort of buddy at the moment, that is TJP. So yeah, that was that match. That was that match, guys. Pretty interesting match that was. Slowly moving on. Then there was a match between Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox, and as you could gather, Sasha Banks managed to defeat Alicia Fox in a really incredible match that it was, folks. Don't think really as much to talk about that match as such, so I think we'll move on from that one. And I think this, folks, was the main event of the evening. It was the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt versus Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose, and an incredible match that was. As you can gather, Bray Wyatt managed to defeat Dean Ambrose. I think only for the fact that I think The Miz actually made an appearance in that match. Took Dean Ambrose off his game, hit him from behind when the ref wasn't looking with the Intercontinental Championship, and unfortunately Dean Ambrose could not come back from it. Bray Wyatt put him in the ring. And then hit him with the Sister Abigail, and that was it. That was it completely for Dean Ambrose. He could not come back from that, which was a bit of a shame that he unfortunately lost that match, but that's the way it goes, guys. Yeah, a very interesting main event match that was between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose. There's not much to say about that as I can think about right now, guys. But yeah, I think that's I think that's where we'll leave it for this one right here. So moving on. Yeah, so that was that for Monday Night Raw. Very, as you can tell, very interesting night it was, guys. Cannot wait to see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I think we move on next to, what is it, SmackDown Live, I do believe, folks. So go to, hopefully we haven't got to do it through Google again, otherwise it will be slightly a bit annoying, but not to worry. Hopefully it's still showing the results for SmackDown Live. Let me just have a look, guys. Just be patient with me, guys, because it's been taking a long time loading up. Here we go. So SmackDown Live. Yeah, some interesting stuff happened as well on SmackDown Live as well this week, folks. Can't remember it's searched as well, but luckily we're going to check it out here and find out. Oh, that's lucky. Yeah, still giving the results, so luckily I haven't got to haven't got to go through Google, luckily, like we had to do with Raw. Here we go, guys. So I'll read this bit. It says, SmackDown Live results, WWE SmackDown Live results, May 9th, 2017. It says, Mahal makes major statement to Orton heading into WWE Backlash. So that gives you a pretty clear glimpse of what's gonna happen at on when I read the when I tell you the results on SmackDown Live, guys. So it says Tuesday, May the 9th, the London O2 Arena, London, England, as usual, as it was. I think the UK tour, I think they're doing at the moment, guys. I think they are. So yeah, they're basically doing the. I think they're doing the sorry, guys, the UK tour. So they obviously done, they've done Raw and they've done SmackDown, possibly NXT as well. So yeah, anyway, so here's the first part of what kicked off the night. I do believe it says, lines got drawn in the sand as several team blue rivalries escaled. Well, I can't really remember how you say that word, guys. I know you say it, but it's difficult to pronounce sometimes. Don't really know much to say about that exactly, only for the fact that I suppose you got rivalries between the WWE champion, the Viper Randy Orton, and Jinder Mahal, and obviously you've got rivalry between Sami Zayn and I think it might be Baron Corbin. I don't know. I don't think it is, but it may be. I can't remember. Sorry about that, guys. And obviously you got the phenomenal AJ Styles in a rivalry with, or is he in a rivalry with? I can't really remember who he's in a rivalry with, folks. I'm sorry about that. I would look deeper into it for you, but I really need to. I mean, time's flying by, as you can tell, so really need to sort of get things going as such. So yeah, there's that one. Anyway, folks, there's that bit of information there for you. So when he's slowly moving on, then there was a match between Natalya versus Becky Lynch, and as you can tell, probably, folks, Natalya defeated Becky Lynch in an incredible and interesting match, if I don't mind saying myself. Yeah, quite an interesting match it was, guys. So unfortunately, Becky Lynch is now going to go down the rankings, thanks to Natalya. And I think there's some sort of tag team, some sort of trio, women's trio at the moment. I think it's called the Welcoming Committee. Some strange name for it. Some sort of trio, of course. There was no strange name when it came to the trio of the Shield. That was pretty interesting. That was a pretty of an interesting. Obviously we all love the Shield, and I still do. I'm pretty sure you guys still love the Shield as well. I mean, I certainly do. I certainly do miss them. That's for sure. Anyway, back to about this, guys. Sorry about that. Took me off a bit there. So yeah, basically, I can't remember who it was last week. I think it was Naomi versus Carmella. I think it was. So obviously they continue their. I can't remember who won last week. I think it was definitely Naomi versus Carmella. I think, but I can't remember who won. May have been Carmella somehow. Probably via disqualification or something like that. Obviously, and they keep the ball rolling, from this week with Natalya getting a win over Becky Lynch, which is an incredible win for them both, for their team. So yeah, basically that's that for that. Sorry, guys. Slowly moving on. Then there was a match between two former Wyatt members, which was Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper, and believe it or not, folks, Eric Rowan managed to defeat Luke Harper. I cannot remember exactly how, But well, he obviously, obviously he defeated them because it shows it, clear in black there. But yeah, they both put on an incredible match. Both. I mean, they've been in several matches, I think, together. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper being, sort of rivals. Rivals and then friends and then enemies. It's just incredible with with the two former White members getting it on in the ring. So yeah, there's not much I could think about to say about that match exactly. So anyway, yeah, moving on again, guys. Sorry about that. Moving on again. Then we saw Dolph Ziggler confront Shinsuke Nakamura, because as we know, there's going to be an upcoming match between Dolph Ziggler and versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WWE Backlash, which I cannot wait to see that match. It's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura's first match in the WWE main roster, and obviously on SmackDown. Well, of course, it won't be on SmackDown; it'll be on Backlash, guys. But yeah, that's that. Because it's been really heating up a lot lately between Dolph and Nakamura, so I'm interested to see how far their rivalry could possibly go. So yeah, that's that. That's all I can say about that match exactly, folks. Well, not match, that part of the night. Anyway, sorry guys. Moving on. Then we saw a tag team match between Breezango versus the Ascension, and you probably find this very difficult to believe, folks, but actually Breezango managed to defeat the Ascension. Obviously them going to be challenging the Usos, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, at WWE Backlash in I think probably about a week's time, as I said, folks. So keeping up the momentum is very crucial heading into that match between the Usos, because I mean the Usos, I think they are now either 3 or 4 time WWE Tag Team Champions, so they need to get the ball rolling and keep it really sort of fast in the match against the Usos to possibly walk out as SmackDown Tag Team Champions, guys. But yeah, that's that match, guys. So slowly moving on again. Then there was a match. I think it was a 6-man tag team match. It was Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton, obviously the WWE champion, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. And believe it or not, Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin managed to defeat Randy Orton, the WWE champion, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. So, but it was a pretty interesting 6-man tag team match. It certainly was, folks. So it's not too good news for Randy Orton, AJ Styles, or even Sami Zayn for that matter. But they both just got to start from scratch and see where they can come next. Next Tuesday, as in SmackDown Live, folks, to see where they what matches they'll be putting them. Could we possibly see a rematch of the 6-man tag team match between them two teams? Possibility, like I say and everyone else says, and even WWE says, anything can happen in WWE, and for a fact of it, it certainly can. So yeah, there's not really much I can say about that match apart from obviously they're all in rivalries. Yeah, so obviously I must have been right then, yeah, because I think there's obviously a rivalry going on between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens for the fact that they're AJ Styles is challenging Kevin Owens for his WWE United States Championship at WWE Backlash. And my personal opinion, folks, I think AJ Styles is going to walk out WWE United States Champion. I believe that. But anyway, there was that match, folks. I think that was the main event, possibly, of the night. Yes, it was. So that's that for SmackDown Live. So we've got through Raw and SmackDown, which is pretty good, folks. So up next it is 2:05. I nearly forgot that again, folks. Sorry about that. I nearly forgot to do 2:05. But we're not doing too bad for time, I must admit, folks. We're about like 35 minutes into it, so not too bad. We could just make up to exactly an hour. I thought it was going to take longer than that, but it's just getting sort of carried away with getting away with carrying on talking about the Pacific shows and that. Talk about the certain matches in the shows. That is, guys. Here we are, 2:05. Sorry, I did a bad thing that I sort of clicked on to I clicked onto NXT by accident because I keep forgetting that 2:05 is actually an actual show. I don't know why this is. I just forget it, folks. To be honest, I just honestly forget it. But anyway, apart from that, let's get right into 2:05 results. And if I'm honest with you, I don't often look at 2:05 results, just because, well, like I said, I forget they're there. I'm always more interested in Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT. But I do like 2:05, but I just forget it's there, if I'm honest with you guys. So it says here, WWE 2:05 Live results. WWE 2:05 Live results, May the 9th, 2017. The Brian Kendrick delivers his final lesson to Akira Tozawa. And obviously, as it here is Tuesday, May the 9th. And obviously, it was the same night as SmackDown, so it would have been at, obviously, most likely London. I would put a near enough guarantee on it, folks. So the first part of the night, the first part of the night, it was the gentleman Jack Gallagher toasted Austin Aries, which I suppose that means they both more or less toasted, drinks, for some special occasion. Don't know why, folks, if I'm honest with you. But that just shows you. And as for the fact that the reason why they toasted was the fact because I think, if I remember correctly, was it I think it was Raw, wasn't it? Raw, this past Monday. I think it was match against TJP versus the gentleman Jack Gallagher, and obviously Austin Aries came out to help gentleman Jack Gallagher to stop the assault that TJP was putting on Jack Gallagher. So that's probably why they toasted that following out on 2:05 Live. So it's pretty cool there, guys. There's not really much to talk about that, as well, I've just basically said it, guys, basically. So moving on through the night. Then there was a match between I think how you pronounce his name, Mustafa Ali, versus Tony Nese, and out of nowhere, Mustafa Ali defeats Tony Nese to get the win and to continue to climb the rankings in the cruiserweight division to possibly challenge the current WWE Cruiserweight Champion Neville. Of course, it could possibly change coming 1 week at WWE Backlash. We could be crowning a brand new WWE Cruiserweight Champion in Austin Aries, possibly, folks. But yeah, that was apart from that, folks. But yeah, that was possibly the first match. What I think it is, folks, of the night on 2:05 Live. So yeah, well, congratulations to Mustafa Ali. Not much more to talk about that match as such. So we'll move on now, guys. Then there was a match between Akira Tozawa versus the Brian Kendrick, and out of nowhere, once again, Akira Tozawa manages to defeat the Brian Kendrick. Of course, the thing that I found really fascinating about Akira Tozawa is that incredible fast offense that he delivers in the ring, an incredible fast pace, because out of nowhere he can just deliver that incredible German suplex straight into the pin, and that is it for, well, his opponent. That is just it for the guy he's facing. But yeah, they've had a bit of a rivalry as of lately, Akira Tozawa and the Brian Kendrick, for the fact that I think the Brian Kendrick cannot accept that Akira Tozawa is one heck of an athlete, and he doesn't want to think that he's taken over 205 as exactly. But yeah, that's all I can think about to say about that right now, folks. About their rivalry, it's just that Akira Tozawa is just doing what he wants to do. So yeah, apart from that, folks, we shall move on from that and then to the next part of the night. Oh, well, that was just it, folks. I didn't know that. So yeah, that's basically that's that for 205. That was obviously the main event of 205, where you have Akira Tozawa versus the Brian Kendrick. So yeah, pretty good match there, folks. So we move on to now the final show of of the episode, which is WWE NXT. So yeah, see, look, we're like 41 minutes into it now, guys. We're pretty doing damn well, I must admit. I really hope you guys are enjoying. I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. Of course, don't forget, this is our first ever episode kicking off Jamie's WWE talk show. So I hope you guys really are enjoying this video, and like I said, please do subscribe, like and comment. Don't forget, I will be bringing you obviously some WWE 2K17 PS3 gameplay action very soon. I'm still waiting on you guys to I mean, you don't have to, but it's pretty cool if you guys want to see a match, and you want me to do it for you guys, want me to show put it on for you guys, then I certainly will do that for you. So yeah, and obviously I'm going to be doing some ASMR hopefully soon. I'll get that channel set up, and then we take it from there, guys. Enough of that, because that's for other times. Sorry about that, guys. This is meant to be Jamie's talk show, not talk about other stuff. Well, of course, I suppose you can talk about other stuff as well. We'll probably talk about any bits and bobs in that. So yeah, here we'll with the NXT results when I bring them up, folks. Sorry guys, it's just taking a while to load. Here we are. So it says, folks, WWE NXT results. NXT results May 10th, 2017. It says Tommy and Strong collide in thrilling #1 contenders duel. And if you're not familiar with them names, the first name is Hideo Itami and the other one is Roderick Strong. Of course, I know quite a bit about Hideo Itami, but I don't know really much about Roderick Strong. But maybe in time I'll get to know a bit about him. And it says Wednesday, May 10th. Doesn't say about it being London, but most likely is. So we got here the newly superstar that's on NXT, which I'm actually really fascinated about lately, called Aleister Black, versus Senza Bonio, or something like that, however you pronounce his name. Well, as you can tell, Aleister Black defeated Senza Bonio, which of course is no surprise knowing Aleister Black is one heck of an athlete, as we know, guys. What we're witnessing as he's made his debut in NXT. So yeah, there's not much to say about that match. I don't really know much. So we're gonna move on from here, folks, on this match, because I do follow NXT, but I don't really know much of the rivalries that are really going on as of lately. So the next match it was a tag team match. It was hashtag DIY versus Tino Sabatarelli something and Roderick Moss. I don't know who them two guys are in fact, but I do know who DIY are. Hashtag DIY. As you gather, DIY hashtag DIY defeated well, them two. I'm not going to attempt to say the names again because it took a bit of effort. But yeah, they managed to defeat them guys. Of course, DIY have been meaning to get get wins and that because they want to face. They want their rematch. I don't think they've had the rematch yet between the Authors of Pain. Of course, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Obviously, they took it from hashtag DIY, which which we all know roughly about. Obviously, if you follow WWE, obviously, guys, you know about that. Anyway, guys, moving on. Sorry, I don't mean to keep rushing through this. I'm trying to fit it in as I possibly can. That I can, guys. Then this was to be the main event on NXT. It was Hideo Tommy versus Roderick. I may have said that other one's name wrong, but sorry about it, guys. In the other match, versus Roderick Strong in an NXT Championship #1 contenders match. And as you can tell, being always at the top of his game, Hideo Tommy defeated Roderick Strong to become obviously #1 contender to potentially be facing the current NXT champion, Bobby Roode. So yeah, that's not much I can say about that for now. So we shall move on from that main event, guys. Yeah, so that's that for NXT as well, guys. So there's not much that I can think about. There's no other shows because obviously there's no pay-per-view. So I think we'll leave that there, guys, for now. So yeah, sorry to be telling you the bad news, but we have finally officially done and dusted. We have finally finished our first episode of Jamie's WWE talk show. Please do stay tuned to the channel, obviously, because we shall be doing another. We will be doing our second episode next week, hopefully next Friday, guys. So please do stay tuned to the channel for that. And obviously, guys, do stay tuned to the channel because there may be like little bits and bobs that are coming up. I mean, I'll have to work around it, guys, because possibly I may do it tomorrow. I don't know yet. I may do it tomorrow. I may kick off our first episode for ASMR Jamie. I shall get that channel hopefully set up sometime later on this evening. So you guys can subscribe to that. And, well, obviously when I got some videos up there, and if you prefer to do it beforehand, I try my best to put the link down below for the ASMR Jamie channel so you guys know where it is when you want to check it out. So that's basically I can say for this video, guys. I mean, obviously stay tuned to the channel for next week's episode, our second episode of Jamie's WWE talk show. But I really hope you've enjoyed watching this, folks. I'm really pleased. This is like the longest ever probably YouTube video I've ever done. It's nearly coming up to an hour now. It's been really busy. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and please do keep on subscribing if you want to, guys. Please keep liking my videos and commenting. Please do get back to me and let me know about what matches you want me to put on for you guys for my WWE 2K17 PS3 gameplay. So yeah, I'm going to be getting that done. I'm going to be getting the ASMR hopefully running tomorrow. It'll be different to my usual videos, folks, because obviously it's going to be different because it's going to be whispering, that sort of thing, like usual ASMR. You like ASMR artists usually do. May do some like sounds and bits and bobs like that. So do stay tuned for that. just a quick shout out. Please do just a shout out to my best mate. His channel is called Gem237. That is his first channel, and of course, please do if you like to check out his second channel. That is Gem237 does retro gaming. So please do check that out as well, guys. And also because he does some incredible videos to do like Minecraft, GTA. I can't remember his other videos, but he does them videos, folks. He also did a bottle flip challenge with his nephew Jaden that got a lot of views. So please do subscribe to him if you like to, guys. Also, a shout out to my other best mate called William Beanie. He has a YouTube channel, so please do check his channel out as well. He would really appreciate that. And of course, just a shout out to you guys. Of course, if you guys from college are watching, obviously, my channel and watching this video right now, like, you know, Gem237, William Beanie, all my guys from college, you know, just say hi, and just hope you guys enjoy this video as well. So yeah, please do stay tuned to the channel. Sorry if I keep ranting on a bit, folks. I'm just trying to think about how to end this in a very good and ordinary, fashionable way. So basically, that's all I can think about, folks, for this episode. Until next time, thanks for watching. This has been Jamie's WWE Talk Show, Episode 1, Series 1. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye for now. See you guys. Peace.